America's soul is lost. We are allowing soldiers in mass, former soldiers, veterans that are homeless. They are committing suicide in vast numbers. We have VA that takes care of them sometimes. And there's more than 6-month waiting list. We have a magnificent discussion today because I believe America's soul is lost, and we're going to talk about solutions. We're going to talk about that with 2 veterans, and we have one that does not want to be seen. So if he pipes up during this conversation, he'll be over there, and you get to look at me and this beautiful Matt Giddens here, which is also a veteran and has been with us on many podcasts. This is a big topic because America, in my estimation, we drive down the street and we see these flags everywhere, and oh, go America, go soldiers. Let's go send all this money to all these foreign wars, all these foreign dictators, these same dictators that squash the freedoms of expression, freedoms of religion. We do that and we salute it, and we're happy about it in general as a country, and we support it. And if you don't support it, then you are canceled. You are shadow banned, like this video will probably be. Well, that's okay. You know, we are here to gather and garner solutions that we may be better people. And if we are better people, that ripples out. It helps us better know ourselves, and it helps us have a better relationship with the divine, the infinite intelligence, the source of all things. So thanks for joining me.
Glad to be here. You know, well, let me start off by saying, you know, just bringing some of this stuff up, I can feel my blood pressure coming up because I have to deal with it and deal with that stuff. And it really ticks me off when you're saying, not you personally, but when we give all that money to another country, but we can't take care of our own people that fought for our wars. You know, I went in, Desert Storm, relatively easy, and come home, and there was a little parade and stuff like that, but you don't think about the long-term effects. When you get home, you're thinking, oh, I'm glad to be home, that's good, I just went through a war. But then you start having all these issues and health issues and things like that. Then you got to go and fight your own, you know, nation to get service and get treatment. And I actually went to somebody the other day to check one of my issues. And I said, well, I can't get in because it's a 6-month waiting list. I don't know where I'll be because I travel for work all the time. And she goes, well, just go to the emergency room and make sure they take care of, you know, what you got at the problem. You know, the problem, they'll have everything. And I was like, well, I don't have time to go to the emergency room. I just want to see a personal doctor and take care of stuff. But it gets me going that I know what you're about to talk about, and that we don't have a better system for our veterans, you know, brothers and sisters and stuff.
Yeah, it's not only that. When I say our soul is rotting as a country, I mean, we have in this nation a dramatic drop off in the youth attending any denomination of religious organization. It's a massive drop off. There is a massive divide and conquer mentality that is going on in this country. We can see it everywhere. We know exactly what we're talking about. I can't mention it on the primary outlet that we're on now, even though we are on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, Daily Motion. The main one, which most of y'all are watching on now, if we talk in too much detail about it, they shut us off. They will say, you're not talking about our narrative. You're not talking about yellow ribbons around trees and yay, go. We're so happy that you young boys fresh out of high school or college are going to die for old men wanting to gain resources from other countries and leaving us with nothing. And a system that's happening in mass, full force, of destroying the middle class. And we say that we're patriotic. We say that we care. Oh, I hit the like button. Oh, I care for them. Oh, the little emoji with the heart. Oh, God, I did my civic virtue signaling. Yeah, I did it. Oh, golly, I stand in support. When in fact you're promoting the long-term health effects of true brave men that have gone and done things for their country when they get back, and then they start learning and realizing what they have actually been doing was a lie.
Yeah.
And not only a lie, they have traumatic events that have happened to them. Super awesome guys that are now suffering from their not willful ignorance, but their willingness to go serve their country in ignorance. And then when they get out and learn what has happened, they go, oh my God, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
What have I done? It's irritating to say the least. It's pretty irritating.
I will say that it does open your eyes to so many different other aspects.
Now this is our guy that we're not going to mention his name. He's sitting over here in the corner with his dark voice on. He doesn't want to be seen or heard.
Not wearing makeup today.
Or a wig, thank God. Go ahead with your point, sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just saying that most people that have their eyes open, that are more awake than the rest of society, are usually the veterans or people that have worked for the government, because you're that much more likely to understand how it really works after you get out.
Yeah.
And which is another reason why I think it's a horrific situation where most people don't even know this, that most veterans are on some sort of, can't even say the word, the T watch list, so that they get all sorts of unnecessary surveillance on all of their social media, tracking everywhere they go. We all get that anyway, but they get a heightened alert status because they are either former combat soldiers, they have said something that goes against the government narrative, like I don't support foreign wars. That automatically puts you on a I'm no longer a patriot list because I don't believe in killing young, healthy, brave men for no damn reason, just like George Washington was which was, in my opinion, if not the best, he was right up there as far as presidents, because he was willing to let go and surrender his power, and he said we should never be entangled in foreign wars. And we have drifted away from that
Because we're entangled in every one of them.
Yeah, and we've started them. We've replaced dictators. Yeah. We've installed our own, as we're doing near certain parts of the other side of the world. Yeah, all of these things are happening, and you just think, I look at this, I printed up some articles here from, this one is directly from the VA.gov, and man, they are proud. They are so proud of this, that they've housed more than 40,000 homeless veterans in 2022. They only have about 40,000 more to go. But you know what? We can send all the money to everybody else, but we're not going to take care of these boys. We're not going to take care of our boys. And if we can't take care of our own boys, we can't take care of the homeless problems, the crime problems, if we can't realize that parents have the right to parent their children. Since we have turned schools into indoctrination camps, since nobody seems to want to stand up, and I say nobody, I'm saying a small selection of people, and the brave souls they are, stand up, we must gather. That's what we do here. These are the issues we talk about every Sunday, is how do we become better people, and that is what we do. We want to be better people. We want to figure out what the solutions are to these things. What can we do?
Quit giving foreign aid. Like Ron Paul said, stay out of everybody else's affairs, take care of what we have here, and then we worry about things elsewhere.
Well, we take care of ourselves. The thing is, I see all these wounded warrior vet, all these programs that trying to help the veterans and stuff like that, and they're asking for donations and money and everything like that, when the government should be taking care of that. Not the money you send off to other countries. Use that money to help those homeless, build a compound, build something where they can feel good about themselves, do something. I think that's the only thing. And I always wonder why they don't get help. And my son said something the other day. He goes, Dad, he was in dentistry school and he was reading, and he goes, did you know there's about, I think, 70% of veterans drastically need help, but 100% won't get it? And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the man thing, or if that's I don't need anything else, or if we know the government.
I'm a soldier. I'm proud.
Yeah.
I don't need help.
I think it goes back to that whole mentality, like we've talked about several weeks ago about how men don't like to talk. And when we're talking about the art of communication and building healthy, strong relationships, it's difficult for men because we like to lie to ourselves and say that we're something that we're not, and we pretend to fake it until we make it, which is good sometimes. I'm not saying that. I've done that many times in my life and it worked out great. And a lot of people, successful people have. But we can take that and make it, instead of a positive, a really negative thing. And a lot of guys just say, hey, I'm tough, but they're just destroyed on the inside. They go to these wars, they see their buddies dying.
Nightmares, flashbacks.
Nonstop. Every little thing triggers them everywhere they go. And there's not a psychology in the military that says, I was in the National Guard, I was in the Army National Guard, and you trained through the Army. Not one time were we ever told that, hey, if you got some sort of problem, we ship you off to war, that it is healthy and good, and we expect you to mentally train yourself. We expect mental training as well, and to have programs set up to take care of that. That is not the case. They instantly discard soldiers willingly. Mm-hmm. And that would be a real easy fix. All you had to do is promote it, and promote it in a way that, hey, this is manly, this is healthy. But they don't do that.
Well, if you were to identify the problem, try to resolve it before you even sent them out to combat, you'd be ahead of the game. Because if you did proper mental health prior to, instead of just breaking down the individual, you also have to complement it with them having a sound mind going into the environment that they are.
That's exactly right. And then you have something else that I think is just horrific, that this is also from the government's website. This is from, oh God, I can't read it now because my old eyes are failing me. Veteransoutreach.org. And they are talking about the suicide rate for veterans is 1 in approximately every 65 to 80 minutes. Wow, that's not good. That is the most horrible thing ever, that we say we are a country of patriots, yet everywhere around us we see our world falling apart. We see the lack of true caring, true reaching out, truly trying to help our fellow man. Not just little social gatherings at certain places. Hell, we can just call out. We live in a country where we see a church on every single corner, and I believe if the majority of these people actually believed what they preached, we would have soldiers and people in need would be vanished overnight.
Can I add something? That
next time you're on camera, pal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be on camera next
Dress
time.
up.
Yeah, because now they got to show us while you're talking. Sorry about that. Well, that's probably a better thing.
That's why I'm off camera. One thing that those numbers didn't tell you from the government is that the suicide rate amongst veterans is higher than any other demographic recorded.
That's right. They tell us, they try to skew the statistics and say that, it's getting a little bit better than it was, but no. Suicides during active service in the military has increased by 30%. That was in 2008, and it has not gotten any better at all. That is insane. And to think that guys like both of y'all that utilize the VA, which y'all rightfully should, that the average wait time to get a claim is over 6 months.
No, not a claim, an appointment.
But yeah, that too. Yeah. But I'm talking just to get a claim
in the system.
Yeah.
To get a claim resolved. And I do like how, and this is from.
Well, I've been 4 years right now, and still haven't had anything done. And I just keep going and going and going.
Yeah, keep going. Well, they try to make it sound really nice on the VA website, which is this right here, their guide to how long claims take. And boy, they are really proud of themselves for saying 120 to 150 days for high-level reviews. That's fantastic. Actually, that's good, because a lot of these guys will be dead by then. Then they don't have to pay for it or worry about it.
Well, that's actually good within the last 4 years, because 10 years, 15 years prior to that, they were really bad. Yeah. I mean, like way longer than what you're having to wait.
And I would say some of these die-hard Trump supporters, I'm going to fix the VA. I'm getting in there and doing something. Man, that is all a joke. The Republicans and Democrats are both a house of cards. They are a joke. They all are two wings, a part of the same bird, and that bird ain't flying real well. Matter of fact, it's just barely walking on the ground, and it's about to get devoured by the people, because the people are starting, I think, to have enough of this. And I think that is why we're having this rebirth of spiritualism that is taking over traditional religions in this country, where people are wanting to get together and talk about something real, and how do we develop true friendships and commune with each other in such a way that is beneficial to our soul, beneficial to our friends, because we're all making mistakes. We're all struggling. We're all trying to do the best we can, and we have good friends around us, if we're lucky, that help us. Hey, you're getting off track a little bit, pal. Knock yourself back over here. Oh, you need some help with this? Let me help you. You need some help with that over there? Let me help you. That is what I see developing in this country, where small communities, some of them are churches, some of them are vet groups, some of them are just spiritual gardeners. Like, that's a big new thing coming up now. And well, if y'all are in the local area, we all offer all of that, so come out. That's what we do. I just think it's a shame that I got two good friends here that come out here every Sunday they're able, and they have to fight our government just to be taken care of for serving their country and protecting their notion of what protecting our country meant to them at the time.
Yeah.
You know, we have good friends of ours, Navy SEAL buddies, a bunch of Army buddies, Air Force friends, and I don't know anybody that's been in the military for more than 10 years that says that was a good thing that they did. Like, I don't know one. Like, that was a good thing. Not one single one, and I know a lot of them. I'm sure that there's some out there.
Yeah, but their eyes are closed.
I'm positive there's some out there. But I know a lot of them and have been friends with many hundreds of them, and none of them, they regret it. And that's a sad state of affairs for the direction of this country, when we're relying on soldiers, young boys, to quote defend us from the bad guy, when in fact we're just stealing resources from other countries.
Well, we talked about that too. Why do we hire young kids? Uneducated, mind's not developed. You tell me what to do, yes sir, I'll go do whatever you need me to.
And they can run all day.
Yeah. But when I joined in I had no idea what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I joined it and just wanted to go get through college, and went over there, and we thought we were protecting one of the countries. Hey, they're over there killing people, we need to go over there and take care of it. Well, no, it was oil resources. They wanted more oil. They wanted to keep that oil. They didn't want to do that. And the more you find out as you get older, shit, I wouldn't have went.
No. Heck no. I'd have found another way to pay for college.
Yeah.
And they don't give a brochure for that either.
No, there's no brochure. No, the recruiter doesn't say anything about that. No.
Burning waste pits, right, yeah.
But I think there are solutions for these young people that are growing up, and solutions for all of us. And I do believe, with everything that I am, is we need to surround ourselves with good friends, and we stay connected by, like our buddy sitting over here recommended a monthly men's group, and then me and another buddy sitting over here, Kevin, were talking about it. I don't really know how to do that, so if y'all are in the local area and you got a group of men that want to get together and talk about solutions, and you want to get together spiritually and just help each other out, just on a monthly basis, sit around a bonfire when the weather's nice, or whatever. There are a lot of solutions. So if y'all got some comments, my number's there on the screen. You can call me, email me, whatever. But I think that is one way for people to start coming up with ideas. Men sitting around, hey, this is really bothering me, and I'm not a wuss for talking about my issues. Hey, do y'all got any advice on how to squash this anxiety? Do you got any advice, on, I got to drink a couple of drinks to go to sleep at night. Does anybody got any advice on that? Is there any herbal remedy? Is there something?
Those are all valid questions.
Yeah, there are a lot of issues that guys can bring to the table that can elevate their spirit, their soul, and help them, like I like to say all the time, ripple out and be better examples, so that we can better communicate with ourselves, to other people, and then ultimately to the divinity, the creation of all things, whatever you like to call God. I think the term God gets a bad rap from a lot of the youth in this country, and I don't blame them. Religious institutions have done a lot of damage to the word God, which I think is unfortunate, but I like to call the God infinite intelligence. That's just my favorite term, because a name is a name. A rose is by any other name, it's still a rose.
I like creator.
The creator's good, the source, whatever. I don't think he really cares, or she, or it. I don't think oh, damn you to hell, you called me God instead of creator. I just I don't think so. You called me Yeshua instead of Jesus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure God's not that petty.
No.
But no, I'm going to go ahead and say no. And if anybody disagrees with that, well, you could just go to another channel. And if you really like it, keep watching and come out and join us if you're in the local area. I'm not sure what other resources we have as just the regular Joe Blow people, average people, other than getting together in community, in service to each other, to make the world a better place. I think that is the highest and best use of our time, to dedicate, a couple hours once a week, or maybe twice a week, or especially once a month groups. Those type things. Everything starts with one step. So if we just take one step, that allows us to have a series of friends. We can hug each other and take another step together. We can hug each other, take another step together. And it just takes patience and time and working with each other. And I'm just glad I got y'all.
Yeah.
Keep me on track.
Same. But I wanna get you to make me a flyer, because I got to go back to the VA this week, and I think veterans would love it out here, because I don't like going to big churches or anything like that. The crowds just get me. But this right here is very nice. Just hanging out. And, I'm get some more guys out here. I'm sure they feel the same way. And it's not just a.
It's fairly reminiscent of a Wounded Warriors get together.
Yeah. Just come out.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of times it is. And we we have such a fantastic. That is a little commercial for what we do here. Like, we have fantastic aquaponics facilities that are available for any family that needs food. Come out here and grow it. We'll show you how to do it. It's free. We got permaculture and orchards, and make some time to come out here and help do a little bit of it. You can have it all for free. And more important, well, equally as important to me, is that we begin to understand who and what we are by playing around in the dirt. By feeling the frequency of the earth, letting that resonate with us, seeing that everything has its own blueprint, and then it's up to us to make sure that it grows the way it's supposed to. That includes our own bodies. And we have all that available here. And we are growing. We continue to get people to come. We have a steady core group that's always here. And we'd like for y'all to be a part of it. That you believe, go to our spiritual beliefs page. That's what we're all about, and we'd love to have you here. And if you know a veteran, it's great that you say thanks for our service, but I know that whenever that is said to my friends, and I find it appalling.
Me too.
And yeah, you do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of them, they're not glad they served, because they understand what's happening to our country and why they are in foreign entanglements when they shouldn't be. That is a great measure of how America is losing her soul, and we better grab it back while we have a chance. And I firmly believe that. If you believe that, comment. Come out here and see us. And until next time.
And I'd like to add that if you are a veteran and you're having problems from previous experience or wars, va.gov, Veterans Crisis Hotline, they can help.
Yeah. And if you're local and you need somebody to talk to, come on out. We'll see you next time.